gonna change the world.
You are tuning in today to This Needs to Be Said, TNTBS, and I am your host, Catherine Waddell. There is such a need for people to be able to be truthful today. We've been tactful all around the world, and in the midst of that, trying to fit in so we conform. We want to be accepted. Then one day you ask yourself, what is my truth? While digging through a lot of baggage gathered from wanting to belong somewhere and not sure what you believe, there's a crying out for all those things that should be said that are not being said. No longer will we pretend that there are no issues to address or that we are only going to talk about certain ones. This show, coupled with our blog site and our website, will be the beginning of you finding your way. There is an elephant in the room. Let's talk about it. You were thinking it, we're going to talk about it.
Thank you so much for joining us for the first Friday Independent Artist Showcase. We have lots to share with you on today. I'm loving that the independent artists are more willing to let me interview them. We've been playing the music throughout the month. Well, not these. You're going to get to hear some fresh new music today, but we play independent music throughout the month, and I'm getting more of the independent artists allowing me to interview them so you can get the story behind the song, all in this consolidated spot. So you know how I like to do on the first Friday, I go into one of my alter egos of DJ Butterscotch, right? So I'm going to spin some of these independent artist music for you, and if they are pleased, we will continue to play them as well throughout the month. I love adding new music to the playlist. You have shared with me over the past 4 years that you enjoy hearing it, so you just sit back and relax. If you're at work, I'm sure you're not doing too much. It's after lunch. You want to hear some good music, some fresh, good music, stay tuned. We have some soft pop. We have a lot of different genres coming to you today. You know how I do it. I mix it up. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come right back. Our first guest is going to be Sarantos, soft pop music, and he's going to give us the what, when, who, all of that. And I want to know if this song has anything to do with love. You guys know how I am about a good sappy love song, right? We'll find out. Thank you so much for joining us today for This Needs to Be Said, and you're talking with DJ Butterscotch. Yes, I'm so grateful that you all are out there on the Facebook fan page and on my personal page wanting to know how to tune in. Get in here, share this link with someone, and download the phone app so you'll never miss that little elephant popping up on your phone. Anyway, I want to get right into this first interview, and we have some music coming up right behind this interview for this artist. It's Mr. Sarantos. Welcome to This Needs to Be Said. How are you?
Great. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. What I want you to do is tell the audience a little bit about your love for independent music as you introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Sarantos, and I'm an independent music artist. I'm currently unsigned, which means I don't work with any label. And I kind of love it because you can pretty much do whatever you want. You're not tied to a big marketing team. You're not told what to do, what kind of music to make. Not told to remake your music over and over to fit a specific radio sound. So it gives you a lot of flexibility to be very creative and try a lot of different types of music. I think my particular style of music, if I had to classify it, I would say it's a pop/soft rock genre, and it's kind of a mix of classic 80s rock with today's, modern soft rock.
Now, what made you choose that, or does your music cover multiple genres?
I think that's the main genre that it covers is pop and soft rock, but I have branched out to other genres. So I have done a jazz song, a country song, a hip-hop song, a dance song. So I have experimented with many different types, and this first album that's coming out in November of this year is going to show that.
Okay. And so is that something like, for me, the old school music is stuff I grew up on, stuff that I got ready for school, stuff that had happy memories to me. Is that what you link your soft pop to back in the 80s? Because I heard you say it would remind me of the 80s.
Yeah, I love the 80s music, and definitely I think there's a part of that in my blood, but I've also loved listening to music throughout my entire life. So even the artists that are out there now that are popular, from Justin Bieber, Bruno Mars, to even the female artists out there, I listen to pretty much everything, and I think it does influence my style.
Now, you have a cause that you're not only doing your independent music, but you have a charity that you are supporting, and there's a reason behind that. So tell us about that charity and what's your connection to it.
Correct. Every song that I've picked that comes out every single month is associated with a different charity. And for the first song, Not Where I Wanna Be, the charity I picked is the American Cancer Society. The reason for that is very straightforward. My father passed away a couple years ago from lung cancer. So I feel that was a very motivational thing in my life, and I really wanted to try to help the many cancer patients out there that are struggling with their treatment, their diagnosis of cancer, and that's why I chose that charity for this song. The other reason...
Okay, and you say you do... Go ahead.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, you were saying that you choose a different one every month, but we'll go back to that. Go to your second reason. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. No, the second thing, when you look at the lyrics to this song, Not Where I Wanna Be, the second way I interpreted this song is, cancer is not where anybody wants to be. And I think the lyrics really tied into the charity and the cause, and that's another reason why I chose that charity for this song.
Okay. All right. Wow. That's I love the stories behind the actual song itself, but then you linked another reason to it. So let me just clarify: did you write this song because of what happened with your dad, or this song fit nicely with this particular charity? How did you do that?
So the song was not originally written with the intention of cancer in mind or about my father. The song was it was the day before my 30th birthday, and I don't know how other people are, but basically the 20s are usually an exciting time in your life. You have your whole life ahead of you. You can become a rock star, an actor. You can play, in the NFL. Your whole life is ahead of you, and even if you're in a particular field or job, you still have that dream and you still feel like you can do anything. And for me, the night before my 30th birthday, I got a little sad. I was kind of bummed because I realized, I'm turning 30 tomorrow. The 20s are gone. And you kind of almost feel like you can't necessarily try to achieve every dream you had, and you start kind of being a little sad. And that's kind of what the song basically means. And it's not specifically that I wasn't where I wanted to be with a relationship or anything specific. It was just generally wow, the 20s are gone.
So no sappy love song for me? Darn it. I was thinking that maybe it was going to be some tears, some heartbreak.
Yeah,
just reflecting on life. Okay, wow.
Not specifically. It can certainly be taken that way. And, when I was putting the album together and I was deciding what song to release first, I thought this song obviously could be interpreted as a heartbreak for a relationship. But when I looked at the charities, I just thought it was such a great fit for the American Cancer Society and cancer. So that was the double meaning and how I put that together.
A nice fit with that. Now, music has always been your passion throughout your life. I love the story leading up to it, the night before my 30th birthday. But how long has music been a part of your life, and is this the way that you saw yourself, living out your dream?
Music has always been probably the biggest passion in my life, and to be quite frank, I probably have had to repress it at different times in my life and not, go for it, which I'm sure people can kind of relate to.
Well, what would be your reason that you felt like you had to suppress it?
As a kid, I started writing lyrics very young, and my family always listened to music, and as early as fourth grade, I have songs that I've written. But growing up, it was always not the correct thing to do, and it was always like, oh, go to school, your friends, your family, they're like, that's great that you love music, and they encourage you to sing and dance, but nobody, as a society, I think certain people would put pressure on you that it's not really a career. Like, don't be crazy. Don't go move to L.A. and pursue music. It's like, stick with school. And I certainly understand that. I think some people let it influence them where they don't pursue their dream ever. To me, I look at it as it's better late than never, and I do wish I had done this to this extent earlier. But I don't regret it. I think everything happens for a reason, and I think you can never look back. You can learn from the past, but you really have to just focus on the future.
Yeah. So Not Where I Want to Be. Introduce this song for us, and we're going to play it right after your introduction.
Sure. This is my first release from my CD coming out in November. The song is called Not Where I Want to Be. I hope you enjoy it.
I'm
turning 30 tomorrow. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm still the same old me.
All right, I love that. This is DJ Butterscotch, and we were talking with Sarantos, Not Where I Want to Be. Listen, how can they get in touch with you, follow you? You already have a pretty large following, but how can they join this journey of worthy causes, different ones each month, as well as the release in November? How can they keep up with you?
Probably the easiest way is to get on our email list on the website. The website is www.melogia.com. And they can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We have a bunch of cool videos out there. If they just search my name, Sarantos or Sarantos Music, it'll pop up on probably number one position.
I like that. I'm probably number one. You won't miss me.
Yes.
I like that. And the song, when I listened to the song before today's show, because I'm loading stuff up, of course, I get to listen to it. I'm thinking it just seems like beach music, breezy, laid back. Definitely I could see reflection. I didn't know that before you shared that part with me about, this was where it came from. I was reflecting, where am I now and where would I like to be going in my life. But I could see that I had that kind of laid back feel of, okay, need to make some decisions. And I can get that sitting on the side of the bed and you're kind of looking like, is this it? I need to get to work. I need to do something. I need to start from here and move forward. So is that what you wanted us as the audience to be able to take from that?
Absolutely. Yeah, but I definitely get a lot of exactly what you said, where people think it's just this slow, depressing ballad about someone not happy in his relationship. And I see that part of it too, and obviously that, I guess, triple meaning is there if they want it to be. But I think the beauty of a good song is you can interpret it a bunch of different ways.
Yeah, I was definitely dependent on that sappy love song. Somebody got their heart broke. but you left the freedom for me to be able to still squeeze in a sappy love story for myself there. But this is great. Much success to you. And as you release new music, remember we have the First Friday Artist Showcase. I'm looking to continually add music to the playlist. So come back. You let me know, hey, I got something new coming out, another charity that I'm supporting. So let me know how I can help you and use my platform to help you do that. Get the word out.
Absolutely. I really appreciate your time, and thank you to all your listeners for tuning in.
All right, you're welcome. We're happy to have you here. And is it okay if I keep this song on my playlist? You can't tell
Absolutely.
You can't tell me no people are listening. All right, thank you so much. And we do love and support the independent artists, and we love the fact that you have such creativity and freedom with your work. Until next time, much success.
Thank you.